Hello, it's Melinda from Scrapbooking and Craft again. Just coming on today to show you my entry into Kazshazdesigns. I can't talk today. 2-year YouTube event. So we needed to make a decorated envelope and then a junk journal page. It's the first decorated mail art envelope I've done and the first junk journal page I'm done. So hopefully I'm on the right track. So this is I'm not sure whether I'm going to get it all in view. Let me see what I can do. Stretch my arm beyond the camera. There we go. So this is an A4 size envelope. So the first thing I did was actually, you can see here and here there's some pattern paper. So I Mod Podged some pattern paper down. Then I gave it a light coat of gesso. After that I put some napkin down, which as you can sort of see this bit here, there's a bit up here and a bit here. So it's a black and white napkin. And then I went over it with a reverse diamond stencil, and I actually got big blobs of black paint everywhere. Because I'd Mod Podged the envelope wasn't sitting particularly flat, and I was sort of, this is black gesso, and I sort of decided to put on with a spatula and it didn't work. So for next time I will make sure the envelope is nice and flat. But I don't mind the big blodges. This one I'm not particularly happy with, but it's going to be sent out because it needs to go in the mail. So that's actually one of my designs, reverse hexagon stencil. I'll see if I can pick it up and show you so you can sort of see. Sorry, it's covered in, is that side better? It's covered in paint. But with this particular one, when you stencil through it, you actually get just the little lines, and the big diamonds of colour stay the original colour. So this is probably one of the best designs of it that I've got on here. So then I decided it needed some pink. Black, white and pink was also my theme for my junk journal page as well. So then I decided to do a bit of pink stenciling on a couple of, not in frame, a couple of spots around the page. And I painted some of the napkin flowers in pink just to bring some pink into it. Trying to get it all in view. Trying to reach over my mobile phone that's positioned in front of me and keep it in view and get everything in view, which is proving to be a bit challenging. And then on the back is, this is a bit shiny, I gessoed it with black gesso on the back, and then this here is actually a piece of waste cardstock. I've actually cut these laser butterflies out with my laser machine for another project, and that was sitting in the recycle box, so I just trimmed around it and decided to stick that on. And then I hand cut, it's very shiny, I'm sorry, with the Mod Podge, hand cut a couple of butterflies up here, which sort of hand cut them, didn't even draw them, sort of went and just hand cut them. So I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. So I can put my return address on the back and I can post it out on the front. So that's the altered envelope. I'll just put that, actually I'll get that out of the way because then I can show you my journal page. Now which way does this go? Okay, so this goes this way. See if I can get it all in view here. Okay, so it had to be 6 inches across, whoops, 6 inches across and 8 inches down, and you had to leave an inch here for Sharon to bind it all together. So I'll just take this out for a minute. So this is actually a pocket here. So this is a piece of cardstock. What I've actually done is made it an envelope at the top. It's my first attempt at a junk journal mini album thing. I've seen a lot of them on the internet and a lot of them have pockets up the top, so I hope that's alright, Sharon. So I'll show you the bit. So this has just got a huge tag that you can stick photos on, you can write on, and then I fussy cut this flower and put a bit of ink around it. So I left that so you could colour it in yourself, so I thought that might be a bit of fun for the person that receives a journal. Then I put, there's a pocket in here that the little journaling cards just tuck into. So this is a big black flower. This Truly flower here is a black and white knitting fabric I picked up really cheap. It was like 50 cents for a huge amount. You're supposed to knit a scarf with it, but I don't knit. So all I did was slip stitch that around and then tied it into a circle. This is just a flower for my stash, and this is a flower for my stash. So it turned out a little bulky. I hope that's alright, Sharon. If not, feel free to make it smaller and take the top 2 flowers off. So then I've just done 3, let me take that off for a minute. So I've just done 3 journaling blocks and I've inked all the edges, so these just sit in here. And then I thought they needed something to hold them together, and I actually saw on another YouTube video, I think it was Sonia Steptoe's video, about some Irene clips, and I went and googled and looked and fell in love and had to make some. So this is my first Irene clip. So it snips on the paper like that. Basically just on a black banner in the background, a piece of white border punched strip that I found in my box of scraps, a bit of this snow mesh tulle in light pink, a flower, a butterfly and some pearls. So I thought that it would hold that all nicely together there. I'll see if I can get a big view of that. Excuse my messy background. I will try to work on a neutral background next time. So this is the back of the junk journal page. So I actually left the flower coming out the edge, so I thought that would be cute. I hope that is alright, Sharon. So again, there's another pocket here. I put a couple of butterflies here with a few more pearls and made another Irene clip, and there's another, actually looks like there's 4 I made here, just out of the scraps of paper, just 4 journaling blocks that they can journal on, write on, stick photos on, do whatever the recipient would like. And again, this Irene clip is just made with a banner of black paper, another strip of this punched paper, piece of ribbon just to cover up the join, another piece of tulle and a couple of flowers, and a bling brad from my stash. So then that just tucks, whoopsies, just tucks in there and should sit far enough over so there's still this inch over here for Sharon to bind it. So I hope you like this entry, Sharon. I hope it's up to scratch because it is my first junk journal page. I'm itching to make a junk journal myself now that I've made this one page, and I hope you like your envelope as well, and I will get these in the mail for you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye.